Hey, welcome to another episode of Music Tips and Reviews with JG. It's great. I'm excited. Have another artist from Canada. Uh, he goes by the name of Matthew Andrawis. Uh, a few months ago, last year, I had an artist by the name of Cooper Way, and we kept in touch. And he said, check out this dope artist.
Hmm.
Uh, this artist I know. And he said, check him out. And I checked him out and I thought he was dope. Matthew
My
Andrawis.
guy.
And appreciate you. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for
And
having me.
thanks for taking out time
No,
to
no, no.
be on yeah, on my channel.
Hmm.
And yeah, and just tell us background about yourself, where you from.
Mm.
Uh, you
Mhm.
know, the music scene, where you from.
Of course. Okay, so my nationality, I'll start with that, or like my ethnicity. I'm Egyptian, but I
Cool,
was born here in Canada. So I was born in Kingston,
cool.
Ontario, and I moved to Napanee, Ontario, which is where Avril Lavigne is from. So I don't know if
Wow.
you know Avril Lavigne. Well, you
Oh
should
yeah,
know
I remember.
Avril
Yeah,
Lavigne,
yeah. I'm
but anyway.
familiar with her. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm from like that same city. It's like the country, man. So it's like the sticks, you know what I mean? So I grew up
Cool.
like on a river.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
very, very far from like, well, you'd have to drive into like town, and even town wasn't like, it wasn't
Okay.
big, it wasn't much, you know? So I never really knew anything about like the music scene, about like the
Okay.
area I was in. I was pretty secluded, I'd say. I didn't know what the
Okay.
hell was going on, to be honest, but like I was just chilling out there, just like playing basketball in my backyard, and that was about it, man. But I I was singing a lot in school though. So I went to
Okay.
a Christian school in my town, and they really pushed us to like show our gifts and stuff. So once they knew I
That's
could,
great.
they
Yeah.
would always put me out there. They'd go to like the retirement home. They'd make me like sing over there, which was great. And
Wow.
yeah, so just honestly, I kind of got like recognition in Napanee for singing, and also because my dad's a doctor, right? So everyone like
Okay.
knew my dad in the town. So
Cool.
every time they'd see my dad, they were like, "Oh, I saw your son like singing over here or something." He was, "Oh, it's my."
So what side of the family is the
Oh,
Egyptian?
100%. Like all
Oh,
sides.
100%. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I knew something about your ethnicity, but
Yeah.
I couldn't put my finger on it.
Mhm.
But
Do I
how
look
did
mixed? Do I look mixed?
yeah, like mixed. Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
figured you was kind of mixed with something, but I wasn't
Mhm.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly,
Yeah.
Egypt is just mixed in general, you know what I mean? So,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Mhm.
So how did y'all get to Kingston?
Well, basically, oh, man, this is a long story. Like, my dad's backstory is, like, wild, but he did his doctor kinda schooling in Egypt. He was a doctor in Egypt, and, he came over to Canada to, like, just like for a better life over here for his family, basically, right? So they came here in like what was it, like 1997, I think it was for
Mhm.
him. Then the rest of my family came in like 2000. I was born in
Okay.
2004, so like my
Okay.
siblings. I live with my brother actually. My brother's like 29 and my sister's 30, and I'm 19. So
Oh wow.
there's a whole
Okay.
backstory of family stuff that I don't even know, man. Like I missed out. You know what I mean?
Oh
But
cool.
anyways, they came here, and yeah, that was just for like a better life, I guess. So yeah, my dad was originally in like New Brunswick for his residency though. So I did live there for like 3 years ish. And
Okay.
all I know that it was like cold as hell. Like it was just like the snow would be piled up like above the door. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
that's
Okay.
that's all I know from there, bro. But
Okay. From
New
which
Brunswick,
part?
man. New Brunswick.
Oh, New Brunswick. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's just like what is that? That's like the East Coast. I gotta do the compass in my head, but that's like the East
Okay.
Coast. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I'm not real familiar with Canada, like
yeah,
the
yeah.
structure, but
Hmm.
yeah, that's an interesting story. And
Yeah, bro.
how did you get into like how did you know that you really had this passion for music?
Man, like I think it just I've just always like breathed music, I guess. Like everything I do is just like all the stuff I like to do is just music based. Like
Cool.
there's nothing I enjoy more than just like the life that music gives me. You know,
Yeah.
so it's just like going to open mics and just like performing there. And it's just
Oh,
like
okay.
being in a group of like people who like appreciate music and they want to hear it. And it's just like everything about music is just so chill to me. You know, it's just like
Yeah.
the people are chill, the
Yeah. Yeah.
environments. It's just like it's just a very safe space. You know, so I
Yeah.
like that aspect. But even when I was younger, before I knew any of that stuff, it was just the satisfaction I got from making music, singing,
Yeah.
and also I would like perform. So when I would perform, like people would give me feedback, and it would feel great, obviously. So
Cool. Cool. And that's
yeah,
what a lot of people say, once they get that, to kind of get that reaction
yeah,
from people, when you're expressing your gifts,
hmm
it's nothing like that feeling, that initial feeling, getting that feedback, and that kind of approves you, like, okay, I can do this.
exactly, bro. Because like if
Yeah.
I didn't get all of that like positive reaction, it definitely would not be like the same way it would be today, I guess. Because
Yeah.
like people would tell me after like my performances, just as like a child, they'd be like, "You gave me goosebumps," or like this and that. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
I guess I
That's
can keep
great.
going. Like no one, like I don't know.
Yeah. And you never know who you touch, when you performing,
Exactly.
from your lyrics, or from anything, from your voice. And
Exactly.
you know, I grew up in church, and
hmm
so everybody I was around, they could hold a tune,
Of
and
course.
so it was
Yeah.
natural for me to get into music. My
Mhm.
mom, she played instruments. My dad played instruments. My sister
Yeah.
played. So it was just natural for me to get in music.
Have you done
And
interviews for yourself, bro? Because I don't know much about you, bro. I know this is like an interview about me, but like so
yeah.
in Virginia, like how are like the churches there? Like you just grew up with music, yeah?
Yeah. It's kind of like where I live. It's kind of like a melting pot of
Mm.
north and south
Yeah.
southern music. It's kind of like a melting pot. A lot of great producers, are from my neck of the woods,
Yeah. Yeah.
Virginia. And so
Nice.
we,
Okay.
Pharrell. I know
Oh,
Pharrell,
of course, yeah.
Timberland. They're
I
from
didn't
my
even know, bro.
yeah,
He carried like the 2000s, bro.
yeah, 2000. Yep,
Wow.
they
Wow.
are from my neck of the woods.
Wow.
So
Legit.
it's great to have all these great people,
Yeah.
from
That's
my
amazing.
yep.
So then, do you do any music? Like, do you do music yourself?
Oh yeah, I'm a producer,
Mm,
song written for a few people,
of course.
and they hit the charts, iTunes charts,
Okay.
top 10. So
Beautiful.
it's truly a blessing.
That's amazing, bro.
Songwriter, producer,
hmm
produced for like gospel artists, and I'm very versatile.
Amazing. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
What's
R
the
and
most like
B.
furthest genre you've done?
Uh, I love doing pop,
Oh
and
yeah.
also I've written a lot of country songs too.
hmm
So
hmm
so
Nice.
it's been a blessing,
hmm
having songs on the chart and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
uh and how did you meet Cooper Way?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I go to U Ottawa, which is just like the university in
Okay.
like one of them, right? So yeah, I was just like chilling one day, just like walking around campus, and he walked up to me. He was like, "Yo, I think you're in my like anatomy class or whatever." Because I'm
Yeah.
in nursing, he's in health science, so like
Yeah.
we had like
Yeah.
the same class, right?
Yeah,
And
he always seemed like a very conversational person. I
oh,
never
100
met him in person,
yeah,
but he seems like he's very cool to
exactly.
meet, especially in person. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Like him and I, like that's why we like feed off of each other. Like our energies just like feed off of each other because like
Yeah.
we have like the same goals, kind of like we have the same kind of energy in a sense.
Yeah.
So it's just like we're like very like open outside. We just want to be outside, you know. Like that's kind of like what we say to each other a lot of the time. It's just like, bro, let's just be outside, bro. Let's just go
Yeah.
outside, see what's up, you know. So because we
Yeah.
can just talk to anyone, just meet anyone, and it's just
Yeah.
like I don't know. We love to make connections like that. So, but yeah, so I just met him on campus. He walked up to me, and I told him I made music. He was like, "Oh, I do too." I'm like, "All right, let me see your stuff, man." And then he sent it to me. I listened to it at home, and I was like, "Dang, okay." Like this sounded like way more high quality than like the other people I knew. Because everyone who said they did like rap or like anything like that, it would be so like it would be like SoundCloud quality type thing. It would just be like really poor. So
Yeah.
once I heard that, I was like, okay, this is different. So
Cool.
yeah, yeah. And now Cooper's like expanding into a bunch of different like genres. Now he's really opening up as an artist. So that's a
I be seeing him on IG. He be on live a
oh
lot.
yeah, his
Really.
reels and stuff and his lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's growing, and I'm proud of that man.
Yeah. And how many instruments do you play?
See, like There's mastering an instrument, and then there's just like playing an instrument. For me, I
Okay.
can play like the piano and the guitar, and I have like a basic understanding of like the violin. Um, because I did it for like 3 years, but I just picked it up again recently. Um,
Okay.
I guess like I can do the bass guitar as well, because just guitar as well.
Okay.
What else? What else? I'm a vocalist, and I do produce. So like I don't know if that counts. That's not an instrument, but
Oh
I can
yeah, yeah, that counts.
my
Yeah. Yeah.
my Ableton. I run Ableton. So
Okay.
yeah.
I'm a Reason guy. That's my
Oh
main.
yeah, I haven't even
Yeah.
looked at. So you know about Cubase?
Yeah, I've used Cubase. I won't really into it.
Uh,
So
mhm.
my secondary one I use now and then. I love Logic.
Oh
I
yeah,
use Logic
yeah.
Pro.
Mhm.
Uh, when I first started producing, I used FL Studio.
Oh yeah, same with
Yeah,
Cooper.
so yeah,
Yeah,
so like my first beat sounded like like Omarion Touch, like
yeah.
that type of
Honestly, hey,
stuff. Yeah.
Omarion, he's still like fired. I know. Well, what's that
Yeah.
one song he had with Drake? It was like an interlude. Man, what was
Uh,
that one song? He sampled like another. Anyways,
oh
it's
yeah.
a fire. You know the
Yeah.
one. You know the
I
one.
think I know. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
like once I kept going, I got into like hip hop, like rap, like
Hmm.
making rap beats, like
Yeah.
sample beats. Cause I was really like the really person that really got me into producing is Kanye West.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't know what music production was until I saw the Diary of Kanye West,
Hmm.
and I saw him with the MPC. I was like, oh,
It's
you can
wild.
record all these instruments yourself, and so that's how I really got into yeah, producing.
That's beautiful,
So
man. Yeah,
yeah,
honestly, it is inspiring to see stuff like that because
yeah,
everyone has so much like passion, like especially Kanye. Like he's so much passion when he's doing anything. So it's like,
yeah.
yeah, it's very inspiring to be honest. Yeah.
And so when I got to college, it was just like you said about yourself getting into really absorbing yourself into artistry and music.
Hmm. Hmm.
Once I got to college, it was everybody was in music because I majored in music.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Yeah, and
Hmm.
so I had my friends. They'll show me tricks and stuff.
Yeah.
Because before I went to college, all I knew how to do was make loops.
Yes,
I
bro.
couldn't
Yeah,
make
I get
full
it. Yeah.
songs, and
Uh-huh.
so my friend, shout out to my friend Mikhail,
Hmm.
he showed me FL Studio how to pattern and stuff.
Beautiful.
Structure a whole song. So
Hmm.
it's been up since since then. Just working, grinding on music,
Hmm.
and so yeah,
That's something
and
I'm trying to utilize more though too. Is like I always want to like move away from loops. Like I might do a little shout out here. I just followed this band from like Ottawa like a
yeah,
day ago. They're called like the Mecca of Stank. Mecca of
yeah,
Stank. And they're just so like amazing. Like they do the most jazzy, soulful stuff. And it's like that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make just beautiful compositions. I'm not trying to just
yeah,
like loops.
yeah,
But that's what I want to like go towards. Obviously it's okay to do certain things, like depends what
yeah,
style you're going for, but I'm trying
yeah,
to go towards like just like the jazzy soul type of
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
And how do you feel about a lot of artists, songwriters, they deal with this streaming thing,
Mm.
and it's like you're not getting paid enough for your spins. How you feel about this wave?
So, here's the thing. It's just
Yeah,
like I didn't even think about music in like a money like kind of terms until like recently. So
yeah,
I haven't really like given it too much thought because the way that I see it is like when you perform live, it's kind of like the way that you make music. But
yeah,
um like streams wise, I don't know. It's like it wouldn't make sense for everyone to be making like a lot of money off of it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like in a
yeah,
sense, it's like you should be like I don't know. I kind of internalize it that this is the way it is. Like
yeah,
it's just like you have to like put in the effort because it is a business.
yeah,
Like you have a product, that's what it is. And I don't like to think about it that way, but it is a product. And
yeah,
it's just like you have to market that product so that it
yeah,
can get anything. Like let's say like a company makes a product and they're like, why aren't we getting these sales? It's like you have
yeah,
to put in the energy to do it. You got to like do the things properly.
yeah,
So if you want to make money off of music, then you're getting into a business realm.
yeah,
So
yeah,
you can't really just like you can't kind of be like spoiled in that sense. You
yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? Yeah,
Yeah, and it's a beautiful thing when you can make your passion your living,
of course, of course.
full time.
I
And
feel like that's
yeah,
like kind of. Well, you know what? I thought it was rare until recently because I see all the people who are actually putting in the work, and they're
Yeah,
making money by other means, like through music. It doesn't always have to be streams. So
yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah,
possible without the streams as well. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. And kind of like, what's your process like when you create music? Like,
Mm.
what do you start with? You start with a melody, or you start with lyrics, or
Yeah, I'm
do you
very
have a
melody based. Like I'm
yeah,
very because I started off like singing and stuff, so I'll always like just be like looking for like a melody that like attracts like my ears, you know. So usually I'll just
yeah,
like pick up my guitar, I'll just be like
yeah,
playing around until like I find like something that just like works, right? And then I'll just build off of that. But something that I've liked recently is just like because my parents they got me a bass guitar, so I just like started going off of the bass and like just
cool,
like making like just literally starting off at the bass. You know what I mean? And just build.
cool, cool.
But I don't know. Though that's like the usual thing, but sometimes I'll just like take a sample from like a voice recording that I have, or
Yeah,
I can just start like anywhere, you know, and I'll just like build around it
cool,
because
cool.
that's just like usually what I like to do. So I don't know. I've kind of been going into like more covers recently because I figure that's more of like a good business thing to do.
Yeah,
As
oh
long
yeah,
as
of
people
course.
know
Yeah,
is kind of the way to go when you're starting off because
yeah.
you know.
Especially if you have people that really support you and follow you,
Mhm,
they're like, oh, how would he sing this song?
mhm.
And
Yeah.
yeah, and back to you playing bass and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, I got a guitar too, acoustic guitar and bass.
Yeah. Mhm.
But my main instruments is keys
Yeah.
and drums.
Mhm.
But I really got to get more into the guitar because I really want to learn it.
You could, bro. You could
Yeah,
easy, easy. Yeah, you got the ear anyways. Like, bro, it's so
yeah,
easy once you just pick up an instrument and like you can just figure it out on your own, you know?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And how did you learn? How did you learn your instruments? You just play by ear.
So that's basically it. Like I would get an interest in the instrument, like, and I would just
Yeah,
start playing it and I would like get to a level. And then I did go to like I did go to lessons for them, but I didn't find that they would help me very much. The
yeah.
violin did. For the violin,
Okay.
it really did because that was like a different like ballpark really. Because just like everything about it, like just the way you position your head, like
Yeah,
the way you have to like use the bow, and it's just like
yeah,
that was different. And it has no frets. Like you
yeah.
have to,
My sister, she played violin,
yeah,
and I remember she used to practice that thing around the house because she played in middle school.
yeah.
And I was like, oh Lord, I wish she. But after a
Pretty
while,
fierce, bro.
like you hear her when you like she playing like an orchestra or concert.
Yeah,
It's so beautiful, like the
yeah.
sound.
Mhm.
And hopefully one day, like both of us, get together and work on some stuff.
That would be beautiful. Yeah.
And yeah, and
That'd be gorgeous.
yeah, it's amazing when you have that resource.
Mhm.
You can bring in a full orchestra
Oh my,
and
yeah.
just create great music.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. I was literally thinking about that
Yeah.
yesterday. This is a
Yeah.
reoccurring thought in my head, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like make money to hire like the orchestra or maybe even just make connections so like I can have that because when I'm like trying to use plugins, I'm like, I guess it's like it's an orchestra, but it's not like it doesn't have the
Yeah.
soul. It doesn't have the dynamics. So it's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, I definitely would love to work with like a thing like that, like an orchestra or even just yeah, like
Cool.
anything.
Cool.
Yeah.
And so, how would you describe your sound, like
Mm.
your artistry?
It's hard to say sometimes because like
How to put
I
it in
just
a box? Yeah.
I just make all sorts of different types of beats. Like recently, I guess I've been making like R&B type stuff because like that's kind of what my voice is. So I would say my vocals are very R&B and soul.
Cool.
Like
Cool.
yeah, more R&B ish. And then just my beats can be anything. So like when I describe it, I say like exotic and fresh beats with
Cool.
soulful vocals, really.
Cool. Cool.
So, but like I don't know, I have some songs where it's just like kind of drum and bass,
Okay.
but then like some are like I don't even know, bro. Sometimes I just like do the straight violin. I made like a beat with just like straight violin, and yeah, I don't even know, man. Just
Cool.
the base of it is just like my vocals, to be honest, like the R&B type of vocals.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna get into your single "Come By."
Oh yeah.
Uh, what tell us like how you came up with the concept, like the
Mm.
lyrics, and what was going through your head when you created the song.
Man, if I'm to be completely honest, bro. I was just like I was in my feelings. I was just
Yeah.
like I have a lot of that energy inside of me that wants to come out, right? So I just like I try to channel like what I'm feeling like into the song, you know what I mean? So like I was making the guitar and it's just like it felt so right. So I just like looped the guitar and I'm like it's feeling sexy. Is what it's feeling
Yeah,
like. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. That's what I got from it. It's kind of like
Exactly.
a sultry,
Yeah.
smooth
Yeah.
vibe to it, and I just love the shaker when it comes in.
Yeah.
And
I
yeah,
was making it like I don't know.
yeah,
I felt like the energy moving like that, you know. So it's
yeah,
just like I
yeah.
had
And I
to.
like I like your vocal approach to it. You didn't come in just
Yeah.
coming in, but you came in with like dynamics and really
Mhm.
went through
Mm.
it.
Yeah,
And
man. That's what I'm saying. It's
yeah,
just like I felt like I was like talking to
yeah.
like my girl. My girl's actually in the other room right now, but
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
it's just like I
she
got this
she
like gorgeous
she
woman.
inspired the song.
Of course, of
Yeah,
course. That's the thing. So it's just like
yeah.
I don't know. I kind of felt like it was like a club setting. Like I could kind of like imagine just like meeting like this woman in the club. You know what I mean? And it's just like,
Cool,
hey, son.
cool.
You know what I mean? It's just like I'm like
Yeah,
hollering, like I'm about to holler at this girl. You know what I mean? So
I got you.
yeah,
Cool,
so
cool.
it's just kind of like that new kind of love, like the you know what I mean, like the energetic type of love. You try to take an approach at it, like try to be smooth and stuff. So
Oh,
that's kind of
cool, cool,
yeah.
cool. And so you can introduce the video.
Oh
Uh,
yeah,
yeah.
of
So
course. So
yeah,
I was
let us.
working with Growing Going Gone. So his real name is Victor Dimitrov, and he's just this cinematographer in Ottawa he's been on the rise. Like I think he's got like 37K on Insta right now. Like
Cool.
he's really found like that formula kind of for to hit the algorithm. Like I was just scrolling through Insta one day and I kept seeing his videos. I'm like where's this
Cool.
guy from? I clicked on his stuff and he's from Ottawa. I'm like,
Wow.
okay, well, this was just meant to be. Like this was literally meant to be. So I literally hit
Cool.
him up, and
Cool.
I was just like, bro, I love your stuff. Like I would love to be like working with you and stuff. So I just hit that man up, and I don't know. We just started like making concepts for like the music video. I showed him the song, and yeah, he was into it, and he told me he was like, I don't think anyone else in Ottawa is doing this like style, like this type
Cool.
of stuff. So he likes the
Yeah.
new approach. He likes to work with new artists.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we did some stuff with that.
Yeah.
He has like amazing production and amazing editing. It's just like
Cool.
beautiful stuff I've ever seen. He made me some like TikTok kind of form videos and stuff too. And they
Okay.
they did well. Like I posted one and it did pretty well for like compared to my other stuff. So that was nice to
Yeah.
see. But
Cool.
and I got one of my friends, Erica. I just saw her last night at this house party I performed at. But
Cool.
yeah, so she's like the woman in the music video. And yeah, I don't know. We kind of had the idea from this other photographer, kind of that like school photo thing, like high school photo kind of situation.
Okay.
We're just like
Yeah.
posting it. It's just like boom, like they just like take a shot of him.
Yeah.
So yeah, we kind of utilized the backdrop we had there,
Yeah.
made
That
like
was
a school
that.
kind of thing.
Yeah, that was a dope concept.
Yeah,
When you when you came, like the other guys came up, and then when you came up, it was like
yeah,
this attraction between y'all two. So I like
exactly.
that. I like that concept.
Yeah, yeah, and plus we didn't even like we didn't plan for that too much to be honest. We were just like we'll just like think of the shots we want, but then we'll just wing it when we get there. So that's
Cool.
what we did.
Next. 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 No, next.
Hey, shawty, why don't you tell your friends? Meet me sometime in the sunlight. Yeah, freaky sometimes. Hey, shawty, you're always with your friends. Lately come by, don't you be shy. Give me some time. Baby, move your hips when you're sitting down. You can make me warm like the summertime. I top of my hands on your side.
So how how you see yourself in the near future as far as your music?
Man, I try not to predict as much. I try to just like put in the work because I don't know. This is legitimately this Bible verse is speaking to me, but like it was
Yeah.
literally saying like you don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. So just like
Yeah.
put it in God's hands type of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm
Okay.
just like trying to put in as much work as I can
Yeah.
and see like the trajectory of where I go. Because when I make plans, I think I kind of almost put a cap on myself. I try to think of the biggest thing possible, but
Yeah.
sometimes that doesn't work, and sometimes the method doesn't fully work. Like for the music video, I was like, oh, I want all these things, and I didn't think it was possible, and then I made it happen. But then when I tried to like reset my goals, I kind of couldn't make up something. Like I couldn't come up with something. So I was just like, my goal now, like just start performing, get out here, get it in the community, and just like get my name known in Ottawa. So that's
Yeah.
just my goal right now, to be honest. Like I'm hoping to
Yeah.
get known in Ottawa, collaborate
Yeah.
with people, get known around the world. Like I want my socials to like blow up as well. So
Yeah.
that's just gonna take consistency though. I don't think it's just gonna like, it's not
Yeah.
gonna magically happen. So
Yeah, and every artist, every musician, every producer's dream is to kind of get into the industry, the major industry.
Mhm.
But I think nowadays people are kind of drawn away from the major industries because
Mhm.
of just how corrupt we've seen
Yeah.
things.
Mhm.
And how do you plan on staying independent, or you are looking for a
Mhm.
deal, or just
Well,
remaining independent?
so my gut is telling me to like remain independent for like as long as possible in a sense.
Yeah,
Like until I do my research about that stuff too, because like
yeah,
just if I just went with like my like ecstatic feeling, it would be like, oh, it would be dope to have a team and this and that, and it's just like, oh, let's read these papers, cool, sign off. It's
yeah,
like I don't know, bro. You gotta do some like research before you sign anything like that. So
yeah.
it's like, yeah, I talked to Cooper about this. I basically made bro like my manager. Like he wants to help me on the journey. He says any win
Yeah,
for you is a win for me, bro. So
yeah,
like
yeah,
we're working together now. So he's
yeah,
really just like helping me like
yeah,
stay on track with things. So it's beautiful. But like I wanted to build a team. And I was
cool.
thinking like, okay, like a label would have that ready for me. But the benefit of being independent, like you get to keep everything, but you can build your own team with
Yeah,
people you actually trust, like people who you've like encountered that's like it's actually centered around your life. Like
yeah,
it's like I don't know how else to say it, but it's like it's
yeah,
your team. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So it's like already starting off. I got Cooper. Like that's my guy. That's like my best
yeah,
friend. So already
yeah,
for him to be like on my team and I'm in his, it's like it's beautiful. So
yeah. And all the greatest artists and all the greatest producers, they started with a team, and they started with a unique sound.
mhm.
If you think of, like, I don't know if you know Missy Elliott.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's from my town too.
Oh, I was about to say that's
State.
where the Omarion sample was from, bro. It was
Oh,
I think it
okay.
was Missy Elliott, and like I think it was I don't remember who it was, but
Yeah.
yeah.
And so, once they came together,
Mhm.
they created a new sound. And
Yeah.
that's the most important thing. You create a new sound,
Mhm.
so you'll be separate from everybody else.
Yeah.
And that's why I hear from you. You have a unique sound, different
Thank
sound.
you, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, just keep going.
Mhm.
Continue to be inspired.
Mhm.
And yeah, you and Cooper gonna go a long ways.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah, and how people can contact you, like,
Mhm.
to support you.
So, well, I do have a website like that I pay for, I guess. So
Yeah,
literally just MatthewAndrawisOfficial.com.
cool,
So
cool,
then there's that, but well, I just have like my socials, I guess. So like my Insta is Matthew Andrawis. Everything is Matthew Andrawis. So
cool,
Matthew Andrawis. And like you can
cool.
just find my stuff like anywhere. So you can find my website on my Insta and
Yeah,
my other stuff on my website. So yeah.
cool. And
Of
definitely we're gonna keep in touch.
course, bro. Of
We're gonna
course.
keep in touch.
Yeah,
You this triangle, me, you, and
yeah.
Cooper
Our little
Wayne.
situation, bro, that we got
Yeah,
going.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cause I talked to Cooper. I wanted to create with him, but I've been so busy.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we definitely got to do something.
I
You
mean, if
know.
we come to Virginia, bro,
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
that'd
mean,
be-
like, bro, I'm down. I'm down to go to Virginia. I'm just saying.
that's
Wait,
cool.
how close is Virginia to Georgia?
Uh, it's probably about 8 hours from Georgia.
Okay, so like from
It's
8
like
to like 8 hours.
it's like if you coming from Canada, you'll hit Virginia before you hit Georgia.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So
that's easy. Because I got some family in Tennessee and I got family in Georgia as well. So
cool, cool.
like, yeah. So
Like right in the middle of those two. Yeah,
amazing. Amazing. Well,
yeah.
bro, I could do a little trip. I could go to Tennessee, go to Virginia, and go to Georgia. You know what I mean? So
Cool. Yeah, yeah. We can work something out in the future. Yeah, that'll be
legit, bro.
great.
Yeah,
That'd be dope. And
of
appreciate you for being on the show.
course. Thank you for having me, man.
And I hope you have a blessed one.
Of course.
All
You
right.
too, man. It was nice to meet you.
You too. All right.
Of course.
Peace.
Have a good one, man. Bye bye.
All right.